posted a video of this guy just being an absolute schmuck. So I commented that he was a schmuck. Because he was the camera person taking the video was some guy who works behind the counter at a convenience store. Okay, so minimum wage worker working behind the counter at the convenience store. And doesn't say where this is, where it happens or takes place or anything like that. Somewhere in the States. Anyway, this guy walks into the convenience store and he's got a mask very obviously tucked in half out of his jeans pocket. Okay? One of those blue masks, just half hanging out kind of thing. And the counter's like, "Sir, you need to have a mask to come in here." He's like, "I got a mask," and he points to his mask in his pocket. He's like, "Can you please put your mask on, sir, please?" You know, he's being very nice. Could you put your mask on, please, sir? He's like, "That's not what the mask says. The mask says I have to have a mask in order to be able to come in. I've got a mask. I'm allowed to come in. If you want me to have my mask on, then you need to go ahead and change your sign. Can you go ahead and then leave, please, sir, if you're not going to put your mask on?" I'm doing exactly what your mask says. Your mask says I have, or your sign. Your sign says I have to have a mask. I have a mask. I'm coming in. Oh, I was like, what a schmuck. And Valerie's like, "Why is he a schmuck?" I said, because he's being asked politely to put on a mask, because he's taking it out. Damn it, I hate when it does that. Because he's being asked very politely by some poor minimum wage guy like yours truly, who is just trying to follow the rules. He has absolutely, the guy who took the video probably has absolutely no say in the store's policies, let alone the state's policies or recommendations or whatever. And this guy's coming in being an ass to the poor clerk. You know? I'm just like, this is stupid. You know, I just ended up going off. And I'm like, because, first of all, that. Second of all, because he's thumbing his nose at such policies that are meant to keep everybody healthy, that are meant to keep him and everybody else healthier during a global pandemic. Global. Okay?
What we've been hearing about on the news.
I said something else too, and I was like, because he's being selfish and he's not taking into consideration the fact that, he could be spreading it to someone like my husband who already has weak lungs, or like a few of my friends who are already immunocompromised and already, susceptible.
And by the way...
No, let me finish.
Okay.
And he's just thumbing his nose at this whole thing because you can't take away my rights kind of bullshit, And I'm just like, because he's being a selfish prick. And Valerie was like, "Well, you just described me then, because I feel the same way." And I'm like, if that's the way you want to see yourself, then go ahead. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about him. But I'm like, if that's the way you want to see yourself, then you go on right ahead.
What the hell does she think they're making this shit up on the news? That
Yes.
Hospitals are going through the expense of making up a fabrication of people dying?
Yes. She still doesn't think it's any worse than the flu. And cousin Eric's wife, Ashley, chipped in also and said that she was very much, she liked this guy, And after Valerie said, "Well, you're describing me then because I like him." And I was like, "Well, then I can't come visit you until after this thing is over with, because I'm not going to put my husband's health at risk. As much as I might want to hang out with you, I'm not going to do it." And I said, besides that, I could be bringing something, or we could be bringing something to them, because Arkansas is the hot spot now. We're in the red zone. I could be bringing something to you. And then I got to thinking, cousin Ashley and cousin Valerie sit in the middle of their property, homeschooling their kids, really enjoying their white, this as a white person. I get the irony, but really enjoying their privilege. Because if Valerie doesn't work, I don't know. I mean, I know that Ashley was going to school, but she hasn't worked. She hasn't had a job in a long time because they both stay home homeschooling and raising their babies. And I was like, you know what? You just sit back and enjoy your privilege, okay?
By the way, Dad was having some issues with the shampoo, so I came out of the bedroom to see if I could help him figure out what was going on. So he had to take the whole thing apart.
Lovely.
Down here.
Did you get it back together?
Yep.
Is it
He
working?
found out that the brushes on the shampoo were the problem.
Is it working?
Yeah.
I was asking your dad, but apparently